Hey everybody, Skinny K here again with a new edition from the 1984 era. Okay, we've done the 83 era. We're gonna do some flicks from the 84 era. Yet again, I'm not doing all the movies, the bad ones, or just the awful ones. I occasionally do a bad one that I never seen before, and it was a bad one. But I try to stick to the better ones. But I do like to see new ones, and that gives me pleasure in a way that going off these lists that I actually have a lot of films that I never seen. As a slasher fan. I'm a slasher fan, but the problem is that the genre, you know, under the under IMDb slasher, it's not always right. It's not always right. I did this. They're playing with fire review. It was downright a thriller, soft porn thriller. Sorry to say, yeah. It was yeah. But today I wanted to talk to you about one of the big franchises, the big three. You got Halloween, you got Michael Myers, you got Friday 13th, and you got Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, here is the point that I'm gonna make. No, friends, I do not like Friday the 13th. I am not a fan. I don't think Freddy Krueger is scary. If I have to say, the first one is the best one, the second one is okay, but when the third one begins, when he's saying, "Welcome to prime time, bitch," poing, and you've got Harry Potter and a strong man in his dreams trying to kill him. You know, so the first two are okay. Okay, the story is okay, but you've got a few things that creep me out. But I remember watching it as a kid, even, and not even being creeped out about it. Halloween and Friday 13 were creeped me out much more than this one does. Because Freddy Krueger is a little bit of a he likes to play with his victims, and sometimes too long, and you have this, get to the point, man, kill her, fucking kill her, you know. Heather Langenkamp as Nancy Thompson, uh, Johnny Depp as first, I think, was this the first role of Johnny Depp? I'm not sure, of a big picture, as Glenn, but is he was he the boyfriend of Heather? I'm not sure. He's a friend of Heather, a good friend of Heather. They're four friends. Um, you've got, of course, Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, but he did a great job. He did a great job being this basically demon slasher from hell, coming back from hell to kill in your dreams. And that was a good idea. Wes Craven directed this. This is one of his best ideas, in my opinion. This and Scream, uh, God rest his soul. He had really good ideas. He had really bad ones too, but he had really good ones too. But I'm checking something out. Sorry, my friends. Okay, okay, okay. I don't want to see that. Okay, 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 okay. Please. Yeah, sorry. I'm looking for some information that I forgot, and I need to know the name of this guy because he got four friends. I know the Johnny Depp friend. I know Nancy, Tina, and then the guy who is the boyfriend of Tina, and that's the only name I didn't. I can't remember this. Not a big character, but I just wanna. I wanna know. I wanna be thorough. You know. Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street. Elm Street. Yes. And then we can see who this asshole is. It's Rod Lane. Yeah, Rod. That was the first Rod. Jesus. Okay, so Rod, Tina, Nancy, and Glenn are these four good friends, but they are having these nightmares lately. And they all have these nightmares of the same guy, a guy wearing the a glove of blades, with a fedora and burnt face, and they don't know what it is. And if they ask their parents, everybody is being very um, they're like just shut they shuffle it up under the rug, and they start something new. And do you like pancakes? Yeah. And, you know what I mean? The mom, the dad, he's the lieutenant played by John Saxon. The legendary John Saxon is one of my favorite horror actors. When he's in horror films, I like him a lot. Lieutenant Donald Thompson. He also says, no, no, leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's all a myth. Leave it alone. So basically, Donald and Marge, Nancy's mom, they sort of deny it. You know. Now there's this one party, and okay, listen, I'm gonna spoil things now. So if you never seen this one, you probably have seen this one. But I'm gonna spoil things from here on end. Okay, so it gets a whopping 7.4 on IMDb, which is a great score. It gets a 5.5 from me. And sorry, it's my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? A 5.5 means I can watch it again on occasion. It means it isn't a bad movie. Um, so yeah, Nancy, Glenn, and Rod and Tina are holding a party or a get together at their house. At somebody's house, one of the Tina's house, I think, One of the kids is out, the parents are gone, and at some point, Tina and Rod decide to go up, fuck a little bit, or, and then we see one of the creepiest scene, in my opinion, of the there. There are a few of the few scenes. There are a few creepy scenes, but this is one of the creepiest kills in the entire. I think this is the creepiest kill in. I actually have to say, part one, two, and maybe three. I'm not sure, but so they're fucking. They're under the sheets. He's there with his tidy whities, full urine stains. I hate tidy whities. I hate them. I hate them. It's so ugly. Sorry, no, no, I'm not sorry. Not judging the people who wear it if they feel comfortable for it. Okay, but I'm a boxer short guy all the way. They are having sex, and then at some point, what happens is Tina gets scratches all over her back, and she starts to bleed from it really bad, and she gets basically scratched again. She's being thrown to the wall, and the guy is basically thrown to a cabin, to a little closet, and he wants to pick something up to hit, and he flies to a closet. He sees his girlfriend basically being filleted with slashes, that she's crawling over the ceiling, and you see this blood trail all going after her, which I think it's really well done, really creepy, because he's and you have to think like that. I mean, we don't see him, but he's doing this, and she's just then she falls on the sheets, on the white sheets, and she's of course dead, bloody as hell. Tina Nancy opens the door, and the room is full of blood, and Rod can't explain it. He just runs away, and of course Rod is now a suspect of Tina's killer. So yeah, Donald, Lieutenant Thompson, John Saxon thinks Donald is now, of course, the killer, but he isn't. Of course, it's and Nancy knows he's not the killer, and Glenn. Glenn, he also Glenn is Johnny Depp. What was he in that movie? If that's his first movie, I wouldn't say it was his first good role. Was it a good role? Did he did he do good? He was really. It was more like, yes, I agree. I agree with everything you say. He was a yes man. It felt like he was a yes man, and scared, and a wimp yes man. That's and it irritated me to some degree, because there is a moment when Nancy says, "Listen, I'm going to sleep. Wake me up if you see me yelling and being scared." Yeah, yeah, no problem. Then she 7 minutes later, where's Glenn? Where's Glenn? I mean, he should have make me up. And then at some point, something happens where that she wakes up, and Glenn is fucking sleeping on the fucking couch. What the fuck kind of friend is that guy? I mean, it's Glenn. I didn't like Glenn. I didn't like Glenn. Eventually, they capture Rod. The police, and the way he dies is fairly stupid. He dies that the sheets are coming up to him, and they basically go around his neck, and they strangle him. That's it. What I liked uh, with Tina, everything with Tina I liked. When she's standing there in school, Nancy sees her body in a body bag full of blood, and she's standing there saying something, I don't remember what, but something creepy, and she's going outside the classroom, and she's standing then a little bit further, and you see her walking away and all that blood on the floor. That was creepy. That was creepy. There were creepy shots in the movie. There were creepy shots. But then you get Johnny Depp's kill, which, what the fuck was that? Tomato soup? I'm not sure. He gets pulled in. Okay, he gets vacuumed in his bed, and with, while listening to music, and he falls asleep, vacuums in bed, and then you see this trail of blood skewing against the wall, like a geyser. Uh, was it tomato soup day? I'm not sure. What the fuck? Chowder day? I'm what a stupid way. No way that a person has so much blood. He decorated the entire room with, and the fucking geyser. It was like the power behind it. And actually, I'm very curious how Freddy killed him in his dream, because that's the thing. With the newer Freddy movies, you see how Freddy kills somebody, and then you see how the victim reacts. In the older ones, you don't see Freddy killing them, you just see their reaction of how they die. And that's at some point, it's genius with Tina, but at some point, you've got Rod and Glenn. Rod was just stupid, and Glenn was just weird. Then eventually, Nancy has enough. She is gonna play a little bit of Home Alone. She's gonna play a little Macaulay Culkin. She she's gonna try to bring him back. And there you've got that. What's that Da Boy Tommy? That's the song from you got a baseball bat. You wake me up, and I whack the sucker, or whack the fucker, or something. Yeah, it's he made a song about Nightmare on Elm Street and the Candyman. Yeah, the Candyman is coming. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. But she basically she bars the windows. She um, tries to make everything so she can't escape, but her mom's still there. She's drinking, she drinks a lot, but eventually at some point you see Freddy Krueger on her, like he's fucking her, but it's not. He's just doing weird shit with her, and she goes in the bed and you see a skeleton and she's dead again. More motivation for her to put all these booby traps around the house. And what happens is that she has to go to his dreamland and hurt herself, and then she wakes up, but she has to grab his arm with him. So then he's there too. Now she succeeds, and he gets like a big ass hammer against his face. He gets a torch in his face. He gets, I mean, he gets the entire shebang. You know, all the traps work, and until he even when he even dies, he dies by all the traps. That's basically what happens. Now, when the movie ends, it's weird because March is back. Ev- Everybody's back. Tina, Rob, Glenn, they're all back. And there's something fishy, you know. Their car, where they arrive with, it changes patterns, like the colors of Freddy's shirt, and then you see, oh no, and they say, oh no, and the lock, the door locks, and it flies away, and the mom is just grabbed through the window like a mannequin doll, just grabbed through this big of a window. It's what I did like was that those two kids were Freddy's gonna get you, with a song that was eerie and creepy. And so that's the movie. That's the movie. Now is okay, listen, the movie is, the acting is good, really good acting. The only one that actually I didn't like in acting was fucking Johnny Depp. Johnny fucking Depp. I didn't like him. He was nervous. He was a yes man. He I didn't like him. I didn't like him as an actor. He really disappointed me. Um, and then of course he gets this lame death scene, unexplainable. Uh, but Heather Langenkamp is a good final girl. She basically, you know, she's the female Macaulay Culkin. She fucked up some. She fucked up a guy that's pretty evil, Freddy Krueger, and eventually she comes back in a later edition. I think in the third one she comes back. John Saxon too. Um, but and then she knows how to help these people and how to handle Freddy Krueger and things like that. She's a great character. She's a good actress. She handled it well with Freddy, and how to, you know, because she instantly knew that the parents didn't want to talk about him because the parents killed Freddy Krueger because he killed a lot of kids from the area, so they took matters in their own hands, and that's the reason why they don't want to talk about it. Um, but it's yeah, it's and like I said, you've got Tina, the kills of Tina when she appeared, the kill of Tina when she appears in the body bag in the school. That's pretty creepy because I believe that that kill scene is redone in Wes Craven's New Nightmare, the last one. Yeah, because it's so creepy and so bloody. I really like that one. I really like that kill, and I think that's one of the popular kills. If you're a Nightmare on Elm Street fan, is that one of your favorite, you know, kills in the franchise? I personally, I actually only saw the first and the second, like I said, the first, second, and third one, but it looked to me that this one in visceral in aggressiveness was the best kill. Um, John Saxon plays the he plays a, he knows that Freddy Krueger is may still be out there, but he doesn't want to believe it because if he believes it, he has to deal with it. They are suppressing him, and they're suppressing Freddy Krueger so they don't have to deal with him. But at some point, he sees that Nancy made her house into their house into a fortress, and he knows what he's trying to do, and he's trying to get in, and eventually she kills him in that way, and John Saxon gets the evidence that Freddy's back. But yeah, like I said, the movie it's the positives are it's the acting is fairly good. Uh, the kills, the only kill that I liked was Tina. Um, but she later comes back in a body bag, which is creepy too, and um, the killer is very inventive. It's a interesting killer. I mean, a guy who slashes a slasher, who kills you in your sleep, and he looks the look of a real slasher villain. He's been burned with the fedora hat and then the scissor hands. I mean, he looked like a real killer. I've got a figurine upstairs. I mean, he's a cool looking dude, Freddy Krueger. Um, some of the dream sequences were interesting when he's going after Tina and he's making his arms long and he's scratching over against the walls, but his arms are really long, and it's interesting to see. And some, like I said, so Tina in the body bag is also a dream sequence. I mean, it's interesting to see. The negatives are the kills. Most of the kills are dull. And Freddy, if he kills somebody, you don't see what's happening. You don't see how he's killing that person. You just see that person getting, like, how did he get Tina on the fucking ceiling and side side of the room and the left side of the room, and how, what did he do with did he have 100 cans of tomato soup when he killed Johnny Depp? I mean, in Glenn. I mean, I'm guessing he was put in a blender or something. I'm not sure. I didn't. Yeah, and the mom, her acting was also a little bit dull. So she talked like, yeah, yeah, you're right. Can you bring me a bottle of rum? I said, oh, Jesus Christ, fucking Elkie. Yeah, yeah. And the reason she's an alcoholic is because of the Freddy Krueger incident. Yeah. In any case, the movie good good things, has bad things. Uh, it's a it's worth a franchise because you can do a lot with this killer Freddy Krueger, because one movie is just too, you can do multiple sequels with this one, um, like Halloween, like Friday 13th. It's one of those sequel movies. Absolutely. So if you like my review, subscribe and see you later. Bye bye.